Okay, it's FA homework week 2. First question is 2/3 plus 1/5. I can't add thirds and fifths together, so we'll have to change them all into 15ths. And multiply the first fraction by 5, top and bottom, so end up with 10 over 15. And I multiply all of the second fraction by 3, top and bottom, and ends up with 3/15. So 10/15 add 3/15 is 13/15. Next question. Significant figures. The most important figure there is the 3. So I'd like to keep that 3, but it's followed by an 8, which means I'll use my usual rules of rounding. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 make the next number go up. So the 3 becomes a 4, and I fill in 1, 2, 3, 4 empty spaces. That's 38,224. One significant figure. Might as well say it's 40,000. Question 3. Multiplying fractions. The rule is you multiply the tops together, you multiply the bottoms together. 2 times 1 is 2, 5 times 3 is 15. The answer is 2/15. Okay, factorise fully. So we need to look at both parts and see what do they have in common. They've got x squared and that's got x's, so I can definitely have an x outside. Think of the times tables, 24 and 18. Both in the 2's, both in the 3's, and actually both in the 6 times table. So I'll go for the biggest one I can find. So 6x is what they both have in common. To make 24x squared, I need 6 times 4 to make the 24. To make x squared, I need an x times an x, so I must have an x there. To make 18x, I've already got 6x, so I just need to times that by 3. So that is fully factorised. Find the highest common factor of 27 and 81. Well, no, 27 is 9 times 3, and 81 is 9 times 9, so they've both got 9 in common. If we look at what's left over, I've got 3 and I've also got 9. Well, 3 goes into 9, so actually I'm going to keep that. So actually the highest common factor of 27 and 81 happens to be 27 itself. Okay, 3 27s makes 81. Fairly unusual to have the number as the highest common factor, but it does happen. Okay, 63 times 18, I'm not being lazy using a calculator, I'll just do it by just number methods. I'll split it up. I'll do 63 times 10, 630. 63 times 8, 3 8s, 24, put the 4 down, carry the 2, 6 8, 48, add 2, 50. And if I add those two together, I end up with 1,134. Okay, express 9/25 as a percentage. Percentages always like everything out of 100, but quite luckily, you can turn 25 into 100 just by multiplying it by 4. And if I've multiplied the bottom by 4, I'm going to have to multiply the top by 4. So 9 times 4 is 36, so I end up with 36%. Which two square numbers have a total of 74? Well, I don't really know off the top of my head, so I'm going to write out a few of the square numbers. 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64. 8 times 8. 64 add 10 would work, but 10 isn't a square number, so I'm going to forget that. 49, that's nearly 50, so I need 24, one more, 25. So actually, the two square numbers turn out to be 25, 49. Calculate 10% first. 10% of 480 is 48. So 20% will be 2 of them, 2 lots of 48, 96. Job done. Find in terms of pi, so I'm going to use the pi symbol, not 3.14. Pick my calculator up and be lazy. The area of a circle is pi r squared. That's your formula. If the diameter is 10, the radius is 5. There's the diameter all the way across. If that's 10, well then the radius from the centre to the outside is just going to be 5. It's going to be half of it. So I need pi times 5 squared. 5 squared is 25. So my answer is 25 pi. Good luck.